Swanton is gone. What a tragedy. Last Chance is gone, and Cal Fire couldn't do anything because there were not enough people on the ground.
Emotions have been running hot in Bonnie Doon and the Santa Cruz Hills. Displaced residents taking a stand at a roadblock, keeping them from their homes in the eye of a fierce fire.
We are here with an urgent plea to Governor Newsom to release more resources for the fires that are raging in the mountain communities above Santa Cruz.
All we ask is that we commit as many resources as we can. There are people, there's still a lot of structures that can be saved. We've lost our home. It's completely burned to the ground. This fire's scary, and I think that one thing we can do to protect Santa Cruz and protect San Lorenzo Valley is to get the resources up here that we need.
We went to the incident command team with their message that they respect the firefighters, but they're frustrated about the widespread losses.
Typically, in an area that size, we would have probably 10, 20 times the resources to combat that fire. We simply don't have it. The number of fires throughout the state, we're really tapped out. We're bringing in stuff from out of state. That should indicate that how far drawn down we are with resources.
And the frontline fight continues, where fire crews can take a stand. Here in the hills above UC Santa Cruz, there are numerous spot fires like this, but without driving winds, firefighters say they can handle this. It's conducive to their plan. Residents who have raced from their homes took some pictures of what they saw on their streets as they left, not knowing how much, if anything, would still be standing when this is over.
I thought I lost all my worldly possessions when I tried to defend my property as long as I could, and I ran out of water pressure, and in long story short, I drove out through flames.
And already there are ongoing signs that this will be a long haul to put this fire out and fix the burnt power lines and other infrastructure.
Oh, it was horrible, just horrible. I took a lot of pictures, and I almost thought last night I was going to lose my home for the first time.
An area loaded with 30-year-old vegetation off Painted Cave Road above Highway 154 is now wiped out of its vegetation. About 2:30 in the morning, the canyon erupted with erratic winds, and it had fire burning on many fronts as part of the larger cave fire. It was a high-risk spot to be in. We were among those in the mix that had only one way out. With the winds calming down and the fire running out of fuel in many areas, 10 planes and 9 helicopters were able to focus on hotspots and lines of defense. It was an aggressive day of work to create a box around the fire. Painted Cave residents told to evacuate did not heed the warning.
I was in my gear at the time, and I just said that I'm staying for now. We just walked the street, actually, and so I could help point out who was gone already, who was staying, who needed help. And I think that helped kind of establish a little trust with them.
There's just no way I'll leave my property.
What if the fire department says you gotta go?
I have never left, and that they take my name down and my driver's license, and I've always stayed. I've been through many fires.
This community is well organized and has planned for fires for years.
We were on radios with one another, so we had several different lookouts around the community, and we were up all night just walking the community. We were running hose out wherever we could. You can see we have different pumps and water systems, so we were ready.
Nearby, the historic Painted Cave with Native American drawings on the rock walls has been sealed off and protected by firefighters. It's a state historic park and a treasured archaeological site.
That's the sound people at Positano Apartments heard after Santa Barbara police tried to serve a high-risk warrant.
Heard the shots, saw them, coming off of the building. Yes, we dug down and just got out of there.
Dude, what the is happening? What is all this? Oh,
They evacuated residents.
Well, we're actually trying to get out of here right now. The car is in the back parking lot.
They locked down San Marcos High School across the street and closed a stretch of the 101 freeway temporarily.
We were under the impression that the suspect was armed with a rifle that could possibly reach the freeway, and we did not want to have anyone injured on the freeway.
With the help of a robot, they determined the gunman was dead on the second floor of the townhouse. The sheriff's department is now taking the lead in the investigation.
This lasted for several hours. It was definitely, as you could see, very concerning for everybody.
They had the apartment taped off as people arrived home from work.
Espantada.
I felt scared.
Porque es un lugar muy seguro.
She says, I felt scared because this is a place that's very secure and this has never happened here before. Residents say the gunman had served time in prison and didn't always live there.